is Nadine LeGros, and I'm an educational developer with a focus on intercultural communication in teaching and learning. I'm also contract academic staff in the policing program. Enhancing diversity is one of the pillars of education in Laurier's strategic academic plan. And enhancing diversity has implications to students and faculty because of the consequences of culture in the classroom. Frequently, when people think of culture, they might think of international students in the classroom, but we all bring culture into the classroom, whether we're faculty or whether we're students. And the classroom is not a culture-neutral zone. So, for example, if we look at writing, if we expect writing to be linear or concise instead of, say, more circular or a bit more poetic, then that's a cultural expectation. If we look for evidence of critical thinking, objectivity, creativity of thought, all of those are cultural expectations in writing. And the expectations continue when we look at issues surrounding assessment. I like to think about culture in the classroom from the perspective of a sports metaphor. So if students have been acculturated, educated in the same systems of knowledge as their instructors have, then they'll have a greater sense of knowing where the goalposts are. But if they've been educated and acculturated in traditions that are different from those of their instructors, then they might not necessarily know where the goalposts are. And this can create an uneven playing ground for the students in the classroom. So it's not a function of whether the students are international or not. It's a function of whether students and faculty share the same assumptions around where goalposts are. The crux of the matter is that culture creates biases. And so a central part of my role is working to help faculty and students recognize what cultural assumptions they bring into the classroom and what their own implicit biases are. If we can look at who is in our classrooms and if we can examine what our expectations are and the concomitant biases that are present because of our own cultural expectations, we have a chance to teach in a more socially just way. If we don't look at these matters, we will inadvertently be privileging some students and marginalizing other students. And so a big part of my role on campus is to infuse intercultural content into the classroom by working with faculty and students.